Rightio. So what I'm going to do, I've taken the reins off that snaffle. I'm going to tie these reins onto this halter. The reason I like to do that is I like to put them on the side here, like I'll just take those two ropes and hook them together like that, just because you get a lot more lateral pull with them. You know, it tends to pull off to the side more. But this riding stuff, everything that was going wrong with this horse being ridden is just like that bridling stuff. He had about 30 things going wrong with his bridling issues, and 29 of them had nothing to do with the bridle, had nothing to do with the bit. That last one did, but all the other ones were just general behavioural issues, you know, anxiety, worry, not wanting to know, not knowing how to face you, all that fun stuff. You know, so I had someone, I asked on Facebook this morning, you know, what videos would people like to see? And someone said, well, I want to see a video, what to do when a horse gets out of control, you know, and don't give me that, let's pretend my horse is out of control crap. I said, I want to see a horse out of control and show you what you do with it. Well, guess what? If you do all this stuff right, I can't show you a horse out of control because I don't have one that will get out of control. This one here apparently felt like an explosion ready to happen when the trainer was riding him before. That won't be happening today. Okay, he won't be out of control, because as soon as he gets that little bit worried, I'm going to empty all that worry out, just like with that bit right there. So, you know, for the person who wanted to see me on an out of control horse, you're not going to see me on an out of control horse because it just doesn't happen. So you're going to have to be content with what you would do if your horse was out of control. I guarantee you, any horse that gets out of control is not capable of doing that right there. That there is a lot of control. You know, if a horse is out of control, he's lost control of himself. You know what I mean? You don't have to have him under control all the time. I'll bend his head around. So can I do this? If your horse gets out of control when you do this, you probably shouldn't be getting on. If your horse gets out of control when you do this, you probably shouldn't be getting on. If your horse gets out of control when you do this, you probably shouldn't be getting on. If your horse gets out of control when you get here, you need to stay at this spot until he's under control. And so far he's under control. How do I know he's under control? Because he hasn't walked off. Okay? He's totally under control at a standstill. If you think about our dressage, now see right there, down there, just turn that camera over there, Chewy. If you look down there, there's a couple of horses just running around and being crazy. Now he's looking at them, but he doesn't feel the need to do what they're doing. Okay, so normally the first thing I want to do is make sure I can bend this horse's head laterally without them moving their feet. Okay, and it's a bit hard with that box right there, but anyway. Now you see what I'm just going to wait till he stops moving his feet. So right now he's running away at the standstill. He's still pulling on me right there, he just got soft, I'll let go. Okay, so right then I tried to do the world's smallest thing on a horse. I tried to bend his head to one side, about that far without him moving his feet. He had trouble with that, didn't he? And he started out, he was a bit uptight, he was kind of stepping together behind like that. Reach down here again, I want to try, see he's moving his feet, I don't really want him to move his feet. So how do you get him to stop moving his feet? Just don't let go while he's moving his feet, and just wait, and wait, and wait. He's going, that's not working. What about that? And right there, I let go, he knew he was soft. I'll reach down here again. So the lady that wanted to know, what do you do on an uncontrolled horse, out of control horse? Well, this is an out of control horse. He was out of control at the standstill when I first got on. Okay? So don't wait, there we go, that's a lot better. Don't wait till they're out of control at the gallop and it turns into a buck before you go, oh, I need to get my horse under control. Reach down here again.